when we're blowing stuff up for science, right? But when they're accidental, they can be absolutely devastating. Today we're taking a deep dive into the top 10 most dangerous explosive accidents in history. We're going to break down each event, talk about what caused it, and most importantly, what we learned from it in terms of engineering and safety. Stay tuned, because some of these stories are truly unbelievable. It wasn't just any explosion. This blast was so powerful it leveled nearly the entire city. We're talking about a 2.9 kiloton explosion, which is insane. Over 2,000 people lost their lives, thousands more were injured, and the damage was felt for miles. The Halifax explosion was a wake-up call to the world about the importance of handling explosives safely, especially in densely populated areas. What started as a small fire on board quickly escalated into one of the largest industrial accidents in American history. The ammonium nitrate exploded with the force of 2.2 kilotons of TNT, setting off a chain reaction of fires and explosions across the port. Over 500 people were killed, and the damage to the city was unbelievable. The Texas City disaster highlighted the importance of fire suppression systems, proper cargo handling, and the dangers of storing large quantities of explosive materials. Our next stop takes us to 1944, right in the middle of World War II. At the Port Chicago Naval Magazine in California, African-American sailors were tasked with loading munitions onto ships, often with little to no training and under intense pressure. Tragically, a massive explosion ripped through the port, killing over 300 sailors and civilians. While the exact cause of the explosion was never determined, the Port Chicago disaster exposed the deeply ingrained racial inequality of the time and sparked a national debate about segregation in the military. It also emphasized the need for proper training, safety protocols, and respect for the lives of all individuals, regardless of their race. Let's hop over to Germany in 1921 to talk about the Oppau explosion. Now, this one might sound a bit strange, but it involved a fertilizer plant. See, they were using ammonium sulfate nitrate as fertilizer, but what they didn't realize was that it could be highly explosive under certain conditions. A detonation in a storage silo caused a massive explosion that was felt for miles. It obliterated the entire factory and even created a mini crater. The Oppau explosion underscored the importance of understanding the chemical properties of materials, even those that seem harmless like fertilizers, and the need for rigorous safety protocols in industrial settings. Now, we can't talk about explosive disasters without mentioning Chernobyl. This 1986 disaster in Ukraine is arguably the most well-known nuclear accident in history. A flawed reactor design and a series of human errors led to a catastrophic explosion that released a massive amount of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The Chernobyl disaster had far-reaching consequences, impacting the lives of millions of people and causing widespread environmental contamination. Let's travel back to 1906 in northern France, to the Courrières coal mine. This disaster is a stark reminder of the dangers lurking beneath the Earth's surface. A massive coal dust explosion ripped through the mine, killing over 1,000 miners in an instant. The force of the blast was so powerful that it collapsed mine shafts and trapped countless miners underground. The Courrières mine disaster was a turning point for mine safety. It led to significant improvements in ventilation systems, dust control measures, and rescue procedures, but it also highlighted the need for stronger regulations and better working conditions for miners. Our next stop takes us to North Korea in 2004. In the town of Ryongchon, a train carrying explosive materials, including ammonium nitrate fertilizer, caught fire and exploded. The blast was devastating, leveling much of the town and killing an estimated 160 people. The Ryongchon disaster, while shrouded in some secrecy, highlighted the importance of secure transportation of hazardous materials, proper labeling and documentation, and the need for emergency response plans to handle such incidents. Okay, remember when I said explosions are cool when they're supposed to happen? Well, this isn't one of those times. In 2000, a fireworks storage facility in Enschede, Netherlands caught fire, and as you might expect, things escalated very quickly. The resulting explosions and fires destroyed a significant portion of the city, killing 23 people and injuring nearly 1,000. The Enschede fireworks disaster underscored the critical importance of proper storage and handling of pyrotechnics, fire safety regulations, and the need for emergency response plans that account for the unique dangers of fireworks. Fast forward to 2015 and we find ourselves in Tianjin, China. A series of explosions at a container storage station caused by improperly stored and labeled hazardous chemicals ripped through the port city. The blasts were massive, registering on earthquake sensors and creating a mushroom cloud visible for miles. The Tianjin explosions resulted in over 170 deaths, injured hundreds more, and caused billions of dollars in damage. This disaster highlighted the importance of accurate chemical labeling, safe storage practices, and the need for stricter regulations and enforcement to prevent similar tragedies. And finally, we arrive at a more recent tragedy, the Beirut explosion of 2020. This devastating event occurred when a massive quantity of ammonium nitrate, improperly stored in a warehouse at the port of Beirut, exploded. The blast was one of the largest non-nuclear explosions ever recorded, causing widespread damage throughout the city and killing over 200 people. The Beirut explosion served as a stark reminder of the importance of responsible governance, proper storage and handling of dangerous materials, and the need for accountability to prevent such catastrophic events. Wow, that was heavy stuff. It's incredible how these disasters spanning over a century continue to teach us valuable lessons about safety, engineering, and the importance of human responsibility. From the Halifax explosion to the Beirut explosion, each event has led to changes in regulations, safety protocols, and our understanding of how to prevent similar tragedies. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Engineering Eye for more deep dives into the world of engineering and its impact on our lives. And let us know in the comments which of these events shocked you the most. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep learning.